So what is Populous? Populous is awesome. No, seriously. Populous is an invoice factoring company. Invoice factoring is when a small or medium enterprise, which is maybe a mom and pop shop, will say, hey, I need cash flow in order to survive. And cash flow is literally just that, the flow of cash in and out of their banks. So what they'll say is, I have an invoice, for example, $10,000 that will be paid in 90 days, but I have a big bill that I need now. So in invoice factoring, they'll be able to take that invoice and then go to the bank, for example, and say, hey, here is a $10,000 invoice to be paid in 90 days. Will you please give me $9,500 today? And then you pocket the rest. That's an overview of what Populous does on the blockchain and what invoice factoring is.
Currently, how it stands, banks all over the world make money off invoice factoring. So just pretend like you may or may not, like say you own a small to medium-sized enterprise or business, right? And you perform services or physical labor, no matter what it is, you perform services for people and they owe you money in the form of invoices, because that's how business works. You don't always get paid right away. You do the work, an invoice is generated, you send the invoice out, and they have 30 days, 60 days, 90 days to pay that invoice. How the banks make money off that is the small to medium-sized enterprise, you, the small business owner, go to the bank and say, I have this invoice, and I need the money up front rather than waiting the 30, 60, or 90 days because I have employees to pay, or I'm trying to grow this business and I need money quickly to do it. The bank says, fine. Your invoice is, say, $50,000, a $50,000 invoice. The bank will charge you fees for lending you money. Then when the invoice gets settled, that invoice goes to them. The banks all over the world, this is 30 to 35% of their revenue stream. This is how banks make money, okay? So what Populous is doing, they're disrupting the invoice factoring space. So they're basically using blockchain technology, stealing this business from the banks, but they're doing it at a fraction of the cost.
Now, Populous is an exciting platform. As a finance investor, as well as someone who is interested in the development of the future, it's really interesting to see when new bright minds come up with really bright ideas. It's basically an invoicing token, so they call it a POKEN or a PEG token, which means that the fluctuations that you see in the blockchain world right now, they're going to get rid of that through the invoice factoring itself. Now, this is fundamentally very exciting. So because we can't really contain ourselves to these ideas sometimes, we just want to let you all know before things jump off and get too far out of your own hands and reach. There are a lot of big financial investors that can invest as a company, but they themselves are individually investing. So it's exciting to hear that these people, even though they can't take their institutionalized money into it because of regulations, etc., they themselves are personally investing in these ideas, and so are we.
Populous.
Populous. Populous.
Populous.
This is another Veritasium in the making.